Welcome to the Offsides Trap. We are back after a long hiatus.
Tweet.
Ege, you're offsides. All right. Ege was in Texas. Johnny was in Italy. Aiden, where were you?
I was sick.
He was just living, bruh.
Yeah, I was just.
Well, but the main thing is we are all back and we have so much to talk about. We are currently recording April 16th, 2026, the day before the final round of the play-in, and the playoffs start this Saturday, April 18th, and we're going to talk about it. And then we're going to pivot and talk about the Champions League from this past week and Arsenal in the Premier League and who's going to make those Champions League spots and is Tottenham going to get relegated? All that on today's episode. All right, fellas, where do we want to start?
I think we start talking about those four playing games that we witnessed. We can start with Hornets if you want, because what the heck was that?
That was one of the best games I've seen all year. Now, was it game of the year? I don't think so, but definitely a top 3 game I've seen all year. First of all,
can we just agree that can we just automatically put the Hornets in the playoffs? I don't want to watch Orlando play basketball.
I don't want to see Orlando play basketball.
I mean, I want to watch
PB
more
no J?
Mosley games.
What?
PB no J. Have y'all seen that video where it's top 5 worst plays in the play-in, and it's like honorable mention Paolo, and just like the whole list is Paolo Banchero. The forward on the Orlando Magic, Paolo Banchero.
I mean, you watched.
All right, so what's wrong with the Magic? Tell me, because I have a take.
You watch Paolo Banchero slowly turn into Ben Simmons. And,
it's
just
not
like,
the ball.
Well, and it's just to a certain point, just shoot it. You have to shoot
that's
it.
The problem, though. I think that's a problem. But I think there's a broader problem with Orlando. First of all, Jamal Mosley. What the heck is going on with him? Smelling salts. Every time the camera looked at him, he looked like a madman. I mean, crazy guy. The team looks all out of order. You think about that last game of the season, the Celtics beat the Magic, messes up all the seedings, and you think, okay, we have to bounce back. We're playing them beadless Sixers, like this is our time, and they just didn't have it again. And it's just like now they're gonna have a third chance at it, which just feels so like maybe they pull it off, which I just hope they don't. But I see no point guard play. Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane are great.
Two like combo guards.
But they're combo guards. They don't have a true playmaker. Franz Wagner, he just hasn't been it. I know he's been suffering with injuries, but he has not been good enough. And Paulo and even Desmond Bane, great game yesterday. They just their handle is loose. I don't know if you guys recognize that, but like every time they drive, VJ, Tyrese, anybody guarding him, Paul George stripped Banchero a couple times, getting stripped. Like it's like I see so many issues, and then I've even spoken about they don't have a true center. Wendell Carter is not good enough to be the starting center on this basketball team, especially with only Goga backing him up. It's just bad. And I was talking to my buddy about this, and sorry for rambling, but like, should we have seen this coming? We're saying all these problems, and this has been a thing the whole year, and it's just like, should we have seen this coming?
And do you know what I think? I think hindsight's 2020 to look back and point all these problems and be like, wow, like we should have known that. I was pretty high on the Magic. I thought Paolo Banchero, especially what we saw in glimpses last year, was going to take a huge step. But I do want to bring this forth on the pod because I saw the tweet by Carson Brever that there's only been 7 games in the NBA this entire season in which player has missed 15 plus shots, had 6 turnovers, and posted true shooting below 45%. And Paolo's done that in back-to-back games now with the Sixers in that Celtics game. So I think it's clear, Johnny, I think you're making great points that there's clear, coaching issues and especially roster construction. And I think if you asked me when Desmond Bane was traded to the Orlando Magic a year ago in the offseason, I wouldn't have expected this at all. And now I'm looking at the future for the Orlando Magic and just it doesn't matter, even if they beat the Hornets or they lose in the play-in game. There's going to be a lot of changes that are going to happen because they have to pay Anthony Black. Jalen Suggs on like a 35 million, 40 million AAV contract. Desmond Bane, you can't trade. I think we're going to a future where they're going to pick between Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero, and that's something that we've always been kind of touched upon But what do y'all think about that? What do you think is the future for the Orlando Magic moving forward?
Well, they have one more game, right?
They have one more game, but no matter what, I mean, we know that they're gonna go.
I mean, they're going to move on from Mosley.
They're losing 5.
Yeah,
So
definitely. I think Mosley's definitely going to get fired, no matter
Apparently
what.
apparently the
Mosley gone?
Pelicans want Mosley, but they're going to move on from Mosley.
oh my God, New Orleans.
Wouldn't that be unwatchable hoops? They're going to move on from
But
Mosley.
I like
and
Jamal
I don't.
Mosley.
I don't like
Jamal Mosley. Really?
I liked him. He grew. There's some coaches, they can grow a team, develop a team, bring a team somewhere, and then to get over the hump, they just aren't it. And this is a clear example.
It's kind of like Mike Brown with the Sixers. It's like he got them all the way up into that point. Then you had to move on to the next coach with like the process and stuff like that.
That's
Not
fair.
like
I think
the Warriors.
What were you saying, Jacob?
the main thing has to be Banchero and whether he takes if he can fix whatever this season was, because it was bad. Like, you can confidently say it was bad. This should be a guy that is all NBA and leading a 4 to 5 seed in the East. Or will he take like a Ben Simmons arc and just really lose all that confidence, refuse to learn how to shoot, refuse to shoot, and just kind of fall off the face of the earth along with the Magic? So it'll be interesting to see what Banchero can do this offseason, how he comes out next season with a new coach, I don't know how they can really restructure. I like Desmond Bane. I liked him a lot when we did the 20 player, the 20s draft.
Mm-hmm.
But just rebuilding that roster and either throwing all your chips in on Banchero or sadly you move on from him.
If it's up to me, my 2 moves are Mosley gone, and I think Franz is the piece I'd let go of.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm bringing it up right now. Franz Wagner getting paid $38 million. Desmond Bane getting paid $36 million. Jalen Suggs $35 million. Banchero still needs his extension. That's going to kick him. And then you still have Anthony Black. You're probably going to want to keep. There's a real possibility 2 of these guys gets traded just because, 1, they need the money and it's cap space to open up, and 2, this collection of guys, like Johnny was saying, they just simply don't work together. And I know you just mentioned Franz Wagner, preferably trading Franz Wagner. I wonder if there is something that this front office is thinking about is trying to go get a Giannis Antetokounmpo, or possibly trading one of these pieces. And maybe I saw something where it's like a Jalen Suggs for Kyrie Irving to go get a lead guard and have like Kyrie, Anthony Black, Desmond Bane, I guess, run that backcourt, or just have Kyrie be like a stopgap player until Anthony Black fully takes that role. I don't know. They need some serious changes. I've been saying this, that the Orlando Magic have been one of the worst 3-point shooting teams for the past 5 years. They're bottom 5 in 3-point shooting. They need to find some 3-point shooters. And then another thing that was really shocking and kind of disappointing with this team is that their defense, and something that Jamal Mosley kind of hangs his hat on, also took a step back. So there's some serious problems. Jacob, you're right. They still have another game to play. So Orlando Magic tomorrow will play the Charlotte Hornets, but I don't even think Orlando Magic fans want to see this team in the play. Like, I'm sure. But here's the thing, though. Their pick is with the Grizzlies, though, right? Their pick is with the Grizzlies. So, even if they lose, they're not going to even get a pick. So I don't know. They're kind of in a tough situation. Eamon, what are your thoughts on the Magic thus far? How would you grade their season?
I mean, you'd have to grade it with just the salaries and everything a D. I mean, you went basically all in to be a top 4 or 5 seed, or 6. I'm sorry, and you might miss the playoffs. Like, it's just very.
There were people that were saying Orlando could be the first seed in the East.
I was one of those people. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. And so that's just based around the idea that we thought Paulo Banchero was gonna increase his role, become more of a leader, become more of a. I mean, we have what we did the All-NBA teams. I would have assumed Paulo would be at least in the second team before the season started, maybe pushing first team. So if Paulo Banchero isn't pushing that, who is the lead guy? That was always the question with the Magic before the season started. And we thought it was Paulo Banchero, but if Paulo Banchero isn't it, and Franz Wagner isn't it, then and there's already reports coming out of locker room problems. And Jamal Mosley has clearly shown that he's not a good enough coach to put him over the hump throughout the season and prove that he's a better coach. They really need something big here. They either need a huge coach that's going to be able to implement a system that builds around everyone, or they need Paulo Banchero, like Jacob was saying, not be Ben Simmons in a scenario of like loses confidence, and next thing you know, he's out the league from top of the mountain.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet with Paolo?
Dude, I'm watching that game and I saw a compilation. I watched the game, obviously. I see a compilation on Twitter after of Banchero receiving the ball in 10 feet of space at the top of the three, not taking the three, driving, kicking out for a worse shot, or settling for a even more. He's a 30% three-point shooter, right? And then he takes these contested fadeaway like Jays that are probably 25% conversion rate at the contested way he's taking it.
Jacob, it's almost like he's not playing into his strengths. Like it's kind of weird. It kind of reminds me of like, you know how Randall sometimes he like takes this sidestep three and it's like, why is Julius Randle taking that? Yeah. But Randall is like a better shooter. But Randall still like do that thing where he kind of just like rams his head into you and just kind of get in the paint and bully his way. Paolo used to like when he was on top of his game, it was like a men amongst boys, like physically. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Right now, it seems like there's something off or something wrong. It's not the Paolo that I once saw last year. He's like doing like Quentin Grimes was on him for a possession. He's doing like a slow turnaround, like spin move and then getting stripped. Mm-hmm. It's really disheartening. And I know that like Magic fans are probably like looking at Paolo and like, yes, it's disappointing, but they don't want to give up on him. But I think there has to be some change.
I think there's some that are probably slowly giving up on him too. What are you going to say, Johnny?
Yeah.
I just think I see it as uncomparable to the Ben Simmons situation because the guy's shooting. He just doesn't know what shots to shoot. It's not a confidence thing in the aspect of like he doesn't want to shoot the ball. It's just like bro doesn't know what shots are best for him. And again, what does that come down to? It's his fault. But
I don't think a coach can come in and just be like, okay, you're gonna.
Yeah, no, you're better at this. Hey, take the open three. Yes, these types of things are like things that a coach should hold their player accountable for.
So a coach is going to come in and tell Banchero to shoot open threes, and that's going to be the fix for the Magic?
I mean, do you really think I'm simply down to just that? No. But
well, I think it's something with Banchero specifically.
Coaches are there so that they run offenses to get good shots, and the Magic don't create good shots.
That's true. But is that also not like a roster construction thing? Like we've been talking about that. Like they added Bane for shooting because the whole of last year was, the Magic they don't have shooting.
We brought KCP and then KCP forgot how to shoot.
Yeah. So is that just like, okay, let's get more shooters this offseason and really spread the floor to Paolo, let him do his thing?
What do you think a coach does then if it's not?
I agree with you.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
No, I think there's definitely a role that Jamal Mosley plays into it. And I think there's some blame that can go there, but I think maybe the simple thing is Paolo just needs to change the scenery. And sometimes that's just what it is. And I think the pieces, like we're saying, the pieces around him, I don't know if it necessarily fits the way that he plays. But also, you could look at it both ways. Is Paolo the guy that you can build a team around anymore? Is he the Batman? Does he have that potential? I don't know anymore. I'm doubting it.
We're looking at what Paolo's doing wrong, though. He's turning it over on drives. His kickouts are mistimed. I don't think it's a shooters around him thing. I don't think it's a team building thing. It's like it's his shot selection, which no one around him really like controls that. And it's the bad turnovers like off the dribble, and that's not like you know what I mean? Like I obviously shooters would help, but I don't see that as his problem. Building a team around him wouldn't really fix it.
It's deeper than just the team. I get that. I definitely see that as well.
I'm going to give a final point on this, and then we'll move on from.
Yeah, I would completely disagree on the point that he's taking confidence on the wrong shots. It's just a simple fact that he doesn't trust his normal shot. He doesn't trust an open three from himself. So he's forcing something that he trusts in more. Okay, I can hit a pull around mid range jumper. You go online. Imagine being an NBA player. You go online and you see your nickname is PB No J every single time you miss a shot. And you get compilations of you bursting shots. What did Draymond say? Don't you think that affects his mental health? Like, he comes in there, and he's not taking open threes. I remember a specific moment. I texted the group chat. In the 76ers game, he's wide open for three. He took a 2-dribble pull-up and airballed. Like, this is what we're talking about here. This is Paolo Banchero. It's not a simple fact of, he's mistiming this mistake. He just doesn't know what to do. He has no confidence in what he's doing. So he's trying to go back to, like, basically, like, okay, I can hit this shot. Even though it's a more difficult shot, he knows that he has to take it or something. It's just Paolo Banchero. Yeah. And if you can unlock that Paolo Banchero, I don't think the Magic is as big of a problem as we think as long as they get a new coach.
I agree.
Okay, let's move on to a positive thing. Let's talk about the Hornets.
Yeah, let's talk about those Hornets. First of all, just like one of the best games I've seen all year, college or NBA. Just the whole time being back and forth, and then the ending, and it is a little bit marred by whatever that LaMelo. I don't know. I don't really have a take on the LaMelo Bam thing. We'll never be in LaMelo's head whether he meant to pull Bam down like that. But it is sad that
he did. I don't think he meant to hurt him. I think he meant to grab him, which was wrong. I think it probably should have been a flagrant. It sucks because I know, like, obviously you don't mean to do that, but like if he got ejected, it's like, well, why'd you do that? It's kind of his fault. But he didn't. They got lucky. They looked at it. They don't believe a suspension. All we can do is move on from it.
he should probably get suspended, but I don't want to talk about that. For the Heat, let's talk about the Heat really quick.
Yeah, quick.
What do you do this offseason? They keep saying they're going to trade for Giannis. Do you guys think they're going to trade for Giannis? I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know what the Heat want.
What do the Heat want? Do they want to continue to be a play-in team?
Well, one thing's for sure. If I'm Pat Riley and I'm looking at this roster's constructed, I like a lot of the names, but I'm looking at Tyler Hero and Norman Powell, this was testament in the playing game. You can't have those two guys on the court together. I think you have to pick one. I think one of them has to get traded, whether it's like you guys were mentioning, a Giannis deal, part of Giannis deal. I know Kawhi's name was getting mentioned around, thrown around as well. And then also, if they're trying to pursue John Morant, would you guys be opposed to? I'm already thinking off season. I'm gonna be honest. That's just how my mind works. I love the off season for the NBA, but who would say no? Tyler Hero for John Morant straight up. I think I mentioned this to y'all earlier in the season. Who would say no?
I think at this point both teams would say yes.
I think I'd say yes, but if I was the Grizzlies, I'd say no. Because I see Jaw's ceiling as much higher than that.
Yeah, but that's the best you're going to do for Jaw.
And that's what I'm saying. I think you need to give Jaw 20 games next season, just the ball.
Oh, man.
Just run it through him and then trade him for a little.
No one wants to see that.
I don't think there's a possibility. I don't think there's a realistic possibility that John Morant's going to suit up as a Grizzly next year, especially with them getting this. Or if Orlando gets kicked out the playoffs and they get their pick, and then the Memphis Grizzlies own pick. Let's say Memphis drafts Darius Acuff Jr. I think that they would prefer to play their Kingston Fleming, Darius Acuff, Mikal Brown Jr. at point guard before John Morant.
Well, why is this a package that the Grizzlies would want then? Just Tyler Hero?
Well, and that's the thing. I think that's a fair counterpoint. Why? What's the purpose of going from Ja to Tyler Hero? Yeah. I think at this point of the rebuild of the Grizzlies is like what's the counter packages? The Kings, what were the Kings offering? I'm not too sure. And I don't know what John Morant's trade value is in the league, but I guess you can kind of convince yourself that Tyler Hero could rebuild some of that value, and then you can trade him again. While I think Ja's probably I think his time in Memphis is done. And I don't think there's really an opportunity, especially with the relationship with him and Isolo. I don't think there's any way of them rebounding, and I just think they need to move on. And Tyler Hero could maybe rebound some value, and maybe you trade him in the deadline or the following offseason. I just think it's more of a relationship issue more than just I get why even trade John Morant for Tyler Hero.
And I don't want to get it too off track, but
yeah.
Bringing up Isolo, it makes me think of the two late firings last season. Maybe we shouldn't go into the Nuggets yet, but how do you guys think a year later those are working out for the teams? Because they were risky moves. No one fires coaches that late. And, I mean, for the Grizzlies, your star seems not to be happy with it. So do you think it works out for the Grizzlies? Is this what they wanted out of that?
Honestly, for me, Jacob, do you have an opinion? Do you want to?
No, you go ahead, and then let's pivot back to the playoff teams.
Okay, but honestly, for me, it seems like this was the Grizzlies' plan from the get-go. I think they looked at their roster construction, and this started with letting Brooks walk, and then trading Bane, and then eventually the shocking trade of Jaren Jackson Jr. That they looked at their roster construction as this is not a team that can be in 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, or even this year be able to compete with the Thunder or the Spurs. And I think Thomas Isolo was the guy that they want to move going forward. And I think they really wanted a hard reset. So I think if you're asking from the Grizzlies standpoint, I think it worked out. For the Nuggets standpoint, I think it's going to be more of what's going to happen in this playoffs with Rick Adelman.
Which we'll talk about in a little.
Is it Rick Adelman?
No.
David Adelman.
David Adelman. Rick Adelman's the other guy.
Just to shine a light on some of the other, like you talked about what the Heat have. Khalil Ware, we all like Khalil Ware a lot. Andrew Wiggins resurgence, we like him. Davion Mitchell, one of my favorite players, obviously as a Baylor person. Jaime Jaquez, Pele Larson, all guys we like a lot. We'll move away from the Heat and we'll talk about the Hornets a little, and then we'll kind of preview that Hornets Magic matchup. I think all of us are going to pick the Hornets in that game, right?
Yeah, y'all think Khan will bounce back in that game?
I don't see why not.
I
I
mean,
don't see why not.
Concerning.
it's a little shaky with the rookie, like just going over. And he did not look happy sitting on the bench. I mean, obviously you have to bench him. Kobe White was unbelievable in that second half of that game, even going into overtime. But it just like
Yeah.
as a Laker fan, I see Dalton Connect, and I'm not comparing Dalton Connect exactly to Continental, but like it's just like it can happen pretty. It can a lot of confidence can change pretty quickly in the NBA. So even if they get through this with Continental, maybe doing like shooting 2 for 6, something like that.
Let's not do this. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. I can't sit here and just listen to you to compare Dalton Connect to Con. Amen. We're talking about Con Knipple led the league in 3-pointers made. This is just one game. This guy,
I didn't compare them. I said specifically the confidence aspect and how quickly a player's confidence can change. So I'm comparing comparing.
No, this is one game. It's one game. It's different.
It's one game. I think Con.
I also see like VJ in the Sixers game played very well. He's a rookie. I mean, it's possible for rookie. And Con just seems like a level-headed dude. And he
was cheering when they won the game. He was up there with his teammates celebrating. I think it's fine, and I think he understood. Charles Lee has been one of the best coaches, and I think he understood the moment and that Kobe White was taking over. And I think that's just a great decision by the coach. And next game, Con's gonna have another opportunity to show himself.
And Diabate is amazing, but he is kind of like the odd man out of the 5 of like. There's the 4 like guys, and then there's Diabate.
Hold on. Is that the case though? What are the 4 guys? What are the 4 guys?
I see LaMelo, Con, Bridges, and Miller as the 4, and then Diabate is their hardworking center.
Dude, wait. Like, what do you mean by like 4? Like, do you think Miles Bridges is on this team next year?
Do I think who's on the team?
Miles Bridges is on this team next year.
Well, probably one of them's gonna have to go, but I'm saying those are their 4 guys. I think it's top 4 and then a little gap.
Okay, but I think Diabate's been more valuable than Bridges though this year. Do you not think so?
No.
I think down the line he definitely will.
One of y'all saying Miles? Yeah, Egg is the big Miles Bridges guy.
I never said that he was. I said Miles Bridges deserves his flowers, but Diabate was unbelievable in that way.
And he was great.
He had like 8 or 9 offensive rebounds.
Yeah,
and he made a bunch of big stops.
No, I'm just not trying to say that. My point with that was saying when Kobe White is going off, which is bound to happen in big games like this, it just happened. You can't take out the center. Like you can't. So that was my point in saying that is like one of them's gonna have to come out, and at that time, Con was the odd one out and was having a rough game, so he had to come out.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, so that's
just good roster construction there. Like you plug and play anyone.
Yeah, I was gonna go into like specific performances and just how this game went. Obviously, we saw the Kobe White fadeaway 3 with 12 seconds left on the clock for some reason. I don't know if that was the play, but he took that shot and he nailed it. And then
Jacob, what do you think about that from a basketball perspective? Do you agree with that shot?
Play?
Yeah. Like, so do you think like 13 seconds left? Is your goal to get the quickest 3-pointer available?
I think rebound? Or Johnny, back me up on it. The set was probably to get Kobe White open for a spot up 3 like that.
In the corner.
It was supposed to be spot up.
You know what it is? If you watch that back, Diabate was in the paint. I think they told themselves, like Ivan's saying, we don't want a last second shot. We want a shot to where we can get a rebound.
Yeah. That's probably
no, it's fair. It's like it's a 2-for-1. And, you get 2 chances kind of. It makes sense. Especially when you have a guy that can O-board like that. But Kobe White, what a game. And then obviously LaMelo Ball goes from the villain in the game from injuring Bam. He goes from injuring Bam, having a great game losing turnover to game winning.
Talk about that. Hold on. Did LaMelo Ball have a good game?
Down the stretch at the end he did, and then he turned that ball over, and then he won the game. I'm not going to say the first 3 quarters were pretty rough.
Because
What was it? 31 shots on 32 points or something like that? What was it? 32 shots on 31
shot
points?
2 for 16 from 3.
Yeah.
But hey, you won the game though, and you came up big with the layup, right?
I mean, he had
That's all that
10
matters.
assists also.
We were almost gonna call him Caden Boozer out there the way he almost sold that game.
Yeah, he did almost sell.
It was the same exact.
So I'm going to pivot. We're all going to pick the Hornets in that game, the Hornets over the Magic.
Let's talk West quick.
Yes.
Stephen Curry, man. Look at my man.
Oh my
Stephen
God,
Curry.
I love Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry. Johnny almost went to the game, and he's glad he didn't for some reason. Johnny, why did you want the Clippers to beat the Warriors?
Okay, well, I wish I went. It seemed like a vibe, and I could have changed the tide. I wanted the Clippers.
You specifically could have changed the
I
tide.
could have changed the tide.
What were they saying? Warriors. That's
So
embarrassing.
I had insight coming into the game. I had a buddy out at a restaurant late night, and Curry was sipping on wine last night, and that could be seen as good, that could be seen as bad. But he had a couple glasses. I heard over under 3.5. My buddy was taking the over. That's a lot of wine pregame. But besides the fact, bro played amazing.
What the hell are you saying? All right.
No, keep going. I want to see where he's going with this.
Okay. Besides the fact, I was just hoping, because I think the Clippers are just better suited to push in the playoff series against the Thunder, which it ended up being. So I hope the Clippers won. And the Warriors won that game. Seeing Curry's amazing. They scare me. They're old. I mean, I know the Clippers are old, but they just scare me with their potential injuries throughout a playoff series, and I just don't trust them enough to give us something against the Thunder. No one's going to really give the Thunder trouble, but as much as the Clippers, and that's why I was just rooting for the Clippers. But a great game. Al Horford, what the heck?
Al Horford versus Brook Lopez, 2026.
Yeah, bro, we had an guy out there. It was crazy.
Listen, bro, as much as I'm a big Lakers fan, and as much as I've rooted against the Warriors and rooted against Stephen Curry, last night was special to watch. Watching this team, Stephen Curry, and we have to give our props to Draymond Green. The way that he played defense,
him. Oh my God.
He clamped Kawhi Leonard. The way that he played defense after even getting a little knock on his knee, stole that ball at the end.
Mm-hmm.
As an NBA fan, there's nothing better. And as much as we can go ahead and see and look and say, the Warriors probably not going to give any fight to the Thunder. Mm-hmm. I think we just have to be NBA fans for a minute and just appreciate greatness when we see it and understand that this is probably one of the last. I mean, I assume Curry's going to play next year, but he got hurt all of this year, and we couldn't see a lot of Stephen Curry. So These games are valuable to watch, and the way that Curry took over, it was just. I mean, who doesn't like seeing Curry hit 7 threes and take over the game and do no-look threes and stuff like that?
I want to
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, I cut off. I want to really just emphasize how good Stephen Curry was in that second half. That was a genuinely special performance. I mean, he came in first half. I pulled up. I was over here clicking away, looking up some stats. He had 3 points in the first quarter, went out injured, came back, only had 5 points, and he was shooting 1 for 5, 1 for 6. I remember, and I was stat tracking him a lot because I said before the game, Johnny, watch Stephen Curry hit 7 threes and drop 40 points because he kept on harping about this wine thing that I don't think really.
Johnny's not impressed by Stephen Curry.
He probably does that all the time. I'm just playing.
And then quarter number 3, he comes back shooting 3 for 4 from 3 and 16 points. The next highest, if you combine the rest of the Warriors team in that quarter, they had less points.
With Kevin Harlan commentating, dude, that game was a classic, bro. That was amazing.
You can it's a special feeling when you're watching something special in sports, right? And I got that feeling last night.
Curry, man.
What did Bill Simmons say? What did Bill Simmons say? How can you hate this guy? He's like blowjobs. How can you hate blowjobs?
Yeah, I didn't know he said that.
I mean,
how do you hate Stephen Curry, bro? When you watch Stephen Curry do that, it's like as an NBA fan, your heart warms up inside. But with all that being said, the rest of the league should be scared because now the Thunder. I mean, the Clippers losing this game gave the Thunder another shot at a top 4 pick.
Yeah, the league won't let it happen. The league won't let it happen.
But I mean, what is the percentage? Is it 10% chance?
10%. If the Warriors beat the Suns tonight or tomorrow night, then they have a 10% chance.
Wait, what does that have to do with? Oh, is it because?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's because the Warriors are a 10 seed. So they're technically higher than
Oh,
the
yeah.
Clippers are a 9 seed. Is that why?
Yeah, I don't
And the
know what
Sun-
exactly is. That's probably it. But if the Warriors beat the Suns, then they have a 10% chance at a
That's
top 4 pick.
unbelievable. That's
Well,
unbelievable.
disregarding
So if they roll a 10-sided die,
what?
they have a
Yeah.
1 out of 10 chance.
What about a 30-sided die? Then what is it? Still a 10% chance? There it is.
Oh yeah, 3.
Let's move away from this game. What a
Just
great
real
game.
quick, what's your Suns Warriors?
Oh yeah.
Well, I was going to talk about the Suns game really quick.
Yeah, let's talk about the Suns game real quick.
The Suns and Blazers, obviously Denny goes for 40. Denny's had a good year, and he's not in my All-NBA third team, but he's definitely in the 17 to 22 range of players.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Denny Avdia looked like the guy on that court.
He did
the
it
way that he
ethically,
took over
too.
the fourth. Yes, and the way that in the fourth quarter he was able to, because both teams went small ball. Both Klingon and Mark Williams was out, and Denny Avdia just like out physical. Even Dylan Brooks just did whatever he want on the offensive end. And it's like Devin Booker was on that court, but yet Denny Avdia looked like the best player. And that's what I'm kind of worried about. Johnny was asking about the Warriors Suns. I'm kind of worried about the Suns. I know it's in Phoenix, and I know Warriors fans travel well, but I don't know if it's going to be the same thing like the Clippers game. But I would have the Warriors winning that game just purely off the fact that Denny Avdia looked that much better than the whole Suns team.
Yeah, I think the Warriors will. I think they're going to win. I think I'm watching that game, and for the first time watching the Warriors all season, you're like, I see the pieces fitting together correctly. You know,
Really?
you had Kristaps played 28 minutes at 20 points.
Kristaps was good.
I wish
know.
Jimmy Butler was there, bro. If Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler was there, we could have had a really fun
Scary
series with the
team.
whole-
Scary,
with the
scary
Thunder.
team. Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
just sucks that Jimmy Butler's out. Hey, you know
But
what were
Jimmy
you
was
gonna say?
there that I would be rooting for him. I just don't think they're going to compete. I think Suns have a better chance.
But you know what? Who cares?
indifferent.
They're both gonna get swept.
I'll
But
take a
wouldn't you
Steph
want
Curry.
Curry to
I'll take
go
a Steph
out, like-
45 bomb. We want to all
Want
see Steph
Curry to
drop
go
40.
through
It's
that?
like picking poop and shit against the Thunder, bro. It's like
You know?
they're both.
But
getting swept.
in the poop, Steph Curry can have a 40-point game, which we all
You don't
want
want to see Dylan Brooks be an ass.
No,
to
we
the
don't.
Thunder
We
players.
don't.
I like that more than
I
Curry.
like Dylan Brooks, but I prefer watching Stephen Curry play basketball.
And I'm not just saying this because I'm with the Suns, but I truly think that the Suns are going to beat the Warriors.
No, okay,
Home
that's not
court
crazy.
advantage. Yeah. Home court advantage. I think Dylan Brooks has this weird hatred for them too. I think he's gonna have a good performance.
He hates everyone.
Devin Booker back-to-back bad performance. I don't see. What'd you say?
He
He
hates
both said he
everyone.
hates everyone.
Yeah.
He was sitting on that bench mad. Like, did you guys see how mad he was even before he fouled out? Or I don't even know if he fouled out properly.
He did foul out.
Yeah, he fouled out.
But he was just sitting on the bench mad. I'm sorry, as an NBA fan, when we look 20 years or 10 years, whenever Curry's doing his Hall of Fame speech, and we want to look it back, we want that one more series, even if this is the last one. Even if
Damn,
maybe
he stole 2 games from the back-to-back Thunder. That's what we're gonna say. You know,
we want to see Curry come out 34-7 threes this night against the Suns. Who knows, another 35-8 threes, and then go against the Thunder and just keep on rolling, even if they lose in 5.
yeah.
I just don't want to see him get hurt against Dort or something crazy. I just would rather him
The
avoid
season's
that
over.
situation.
All right. Well, we'll move on. That was all the playing games. So
Should we just go
generally,
Should we just
we
go straight into
all-
playoff predictions?
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. We're
Okay.
we all chose the Hornets for that last playing game, and we're all choosing the Warriors, I believe.
No,
I don't think it matters for that
It
series.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
All right. Well, we'll move on to the playoffs. Should I just go series by series, West and East?
Yeah, you can
All right.
go ahead and pick the series that you want to talk
So
about.
we'll start in the West with that Thunder versus the Thunder Warriors. I think that the Thunder should handle that series in 5 or less. Does everyone agree?
Yeah, there's not a lot to talk about there.
I think if it's Thunder Warriors, it'll be a sweep. I think if it's Thunder Suns, Suns could steal one in Phoenix. But it's not going to be a good series.
You're just dying on this hill. Like, I don't.
The Thunder have a very favorable run to the conference finals, and
I think we're discounting. Like, obviously, it's what I'd say, poop versus shit. Just give me that Curry 45 game. Give him that one win,
All right.
and then the Suns will probably lose.
we're splitting hairs like Richard Jefferson.
We're talking about
splitting
nothing.
hairs.
We're really talking about nothing here. We'll move on from that series. So we're gonna probably talk about this series for the next 3 hours. Lakers Rockets. Is Aiden? I know you guys are very tapped in to the Lakers. Whatever is Luka and Reeves gonna play? I saw something today that they're done the whole series now.
So that report was kind of falsified in the sense of like it made it seem like that the Lakers were saying that they were never coming back. The report was saying they didn't expect them to come back, which is, I guess, leading to don't get your hopes high, but there's still a possibility. So basically, we don't know anything.
So are we all choosing the Rockets if Luka with the info we know?
I think regardless of whether Luka comes back game 3, game 4, game 6, I'm picking Rockets in 6. That's my prediction.
That was my exact pick as well.
If this was 2023 and I was as delusional as a Lakers fan as I was that year, I would sit here and tell you full face, LeBron James.
3-1 comeback.
Yeah, push up. Even me sitting here and looking at my notepad, and I look at it and I said, Houston in 6 seems a little egregious out of me. Just hoping that we.
With Houston in 6, they win the game 6 in LA too.
Here's the thing. Well, I get that, but here's the thing though: the Lakers. I mean, the Rockets have not been a good team. Let's just be honest. I feel like the Lakers can take 2 games. I do think they take one of the 2 games, and I do expect one of Luka or AR to come back around game 5, game 4, game 5, and they probably win one of those games. But I think ultimately, just because of the health status of AR and Luka, I just think ultimately the Rockets are just a more athletic and young team all around that they're probably going to end up just winning from health wise.
And just such a brutal timing for injury.
It sucks
because they were the best team in the league for a month there.
For that month of March, I mean, it was them, the Spurs, and the Thunder, where they were just like all of them like unbelievable win streaks, and it was kind of crazy to watch. And it just sucks that we're taken from that. And I know I'm a Lakers fan, but like as an NBA fan, you want to see Luka Doncic in the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh my God. Imagine Thunder, Lakers, and Spurs.
We'll probably get our asses kicked, but it's still like, you know what I mean. It would have been way more entertaining than the Rockets.
I would have probably taken that series in 6 or 7. The Lakers Thunder one with the Lakers, how they're playing. I don't know. We watched that anomaly of a game.
I would have taken the Lakers if everyone was healthy. I believe in this certain circumstance, it's not. But it's just the matchup too. I think we have a like we're saying, it's a big, strong, young, athletic team with a guy in Kevin Durant who can get them the buckets that they were lacking last season. Remember, they took a good Warriors team to 7 last year, a young, unexperienced team. So, I mean, I think they're ready to. It would have been a cool series, man, if Luka was playing.
It's still a cool series. We get vintage Bron, vintage KD. You know,
I wish Fred VanVleet was healthy, and I wish Luka Doncic, AR, and like everyone was just healthy on both sides. Because I think then it's like, oof, what a series! It would go to 7 games for sure. It would have been an insane series.
But
it kind of had Steven Adams too, though.
My hot take of the series, I think Lakers do win on Saturday, and it starts 1-0 Lakers. And then it's going to be Rockets in 5. But
what?
I mean, that's not crazy. That sounds like something that will happen.
Remember that 2018 finals? I know they lost game 10, but LeBron you need that first game for the confidence. I think LeBron's going to attack that game 1.
You're getting like a Luke Kennard, like 18 ball, like an 18, 22-point ball.
What are we getting? Are we getting 30, 10, and 10 from LeBron?
I'm ready to watch some prime Nick Smith Jr. minutes.
Yeah, some Bronny minutes.
Nick Smith Jr. is going to be huge for the Lakers. Okay, so we all took the Rockets. We all took them in 6-5, which I think is all probably like
we'll move on.
But we can move on.
Sorry.
What would need to happen for the Lakers to win this series?
Kevin Durant starts another burner. I don't know.
I think the Rockets would have to shoot really bad, which they are capable of.
Yeah.
Kevin
Durant kind of just implode themselves, right?
Yeah. Ime Udoka, I mean, it's shown that he hasn't making adjustments, so it could be stubbornness on their end too. But yeah, Kevin Durant, I mean, we've seen his last couple. He hasn't made it out of the first round in a long time. I mean, we could see a game plan that just frustrates him. I mean, in the Laker-Rocket games, I know Luka was playing, but JJ Redick frustrated Kevin Durant, and I mean that's
like 4 or 5 straight turnovers in the fourth quarter from the
keeping Amen Thompson calm. He had a really good game at the end of the regular season. I forgot against who, but he had 40. Like, just keep it composed.
That's a great point. I think Amen Thompson is the X factor. If
Yeah.
the Lakers can keep him off the boards and keep him out of the paint, that's going to be huge. But if Amen Thompson can do what he wants athletically and in the paint and getting all boards like that,
Yeah.
it's going to be a pretty quick series.
Need like 18 a night from DA.
It's like
Yeah, you're not getting that.
Yeah.
We can talk about this series and try to find pathways for the Lakers to win in a million different ways, but
You need
we'll move
We can
on.
We can move on.
So we'll move on to the Nuggets, who will be the 3 seed against the Minnesota Timberwolves 6 seed. Aiden, again, can we get an update on Anthony Edwards' health? Do we know?
you played, no?
He's been playing.
He's good.
I think he came back. And I think he's going to be good for the start of the series.
Okay.
He's been playing, guys.
But
Good.
what a treat of the first round. What a treat of the first round. And I was kind of scratching my head in the very final game, watching the Spurs and Nuggets play. I don't know why the Nuggets went this route. I don't know. Is anyone else confused? I feel like the Nuggets should have just purposely lost that game against the Spurs. I don't know if I was them. I would.
Oh, God.
I'd much rather face the Rockets in the first round and then try to play the Thunder than instead of playing Wembanyama and the Timberwolves who've had their number and have beaten them in the series 2 years ago. I don't know. I feel like they picked a harder route, but I don't know. What do you
You know the thing? You know the thing about basketball, though? If the Nuggets have title aspirations, if they can't beat the Timberwolves first round, they aren't doing anything. So just take the matchup that was handed to you and play basketball. Like,
I don't know. I just thought it was odd. If I was the Nuggets, I wouldn't have been pushing to win like that.
I would disagree in the sense of like losing that game would be more odd because you're just telling your team, okay, we don't want to go through the Timberwolves, we don't want to go through the Spurs. Like you're showing less confidence in your team.
Showing weakness. Remember the Cavs did it. They wanted to play the Magic, scrape by them in 7. This is a couple years ago before before Harden and all that, before their 1 seed season. Beat the Magic in the 4-5 and just got destroyed by the Celtics.
When PB had some J.
On PB
A
has
little J. But yeah, I went Denver in 6 here.
I went Denver in 7.
I went 7.
I went Timberwolves in 6.
Wow.
I
Okay, so hold on. Pause. You went through this whole you got to beat this team. And then you picked the Timberwolves in 6.
I do, and
Explain to me.
I do
McDaniels
not.
is hurt, no? Isn't McDaniels?
And God, this isn't this is me being like, oh, I think there's if I had to put a percentage on it, 55% chance Timberwolves. Like it's barely. Like I was.
You chose it in 6.
Well, because the Denver Nuggets go at home, so it's like saying.
I don't think they can win a Game 7 in Denver again. Okay, well, here's the thing. Nuggets have been playing great recently. They went on a good run, but the defense has still been struggling. And I think the Timberwolves can score in batches and in bunches. You know what I mean? Just go. They have the new guards, Ayo Dosunmu. I really believe in Ayo to actually make an impact in this series, scoring-wise. I don't know about the defense. And, I mean, at the end of the day, the Timberwolves done it before, and I've seen it. So it's just not too crazy in my head. And I don't know. I'm obviously not crazy confident in it. We're acting – Jacob, I see you shaking your head acting like this is a 100% Nuggets series.
I mean, it's not crazy. I have the Nuggets in 7 just purely off the Nuggets having
and I
home
just
court advantage.
who's going to guard Ant? The way they've been defending this year, I mean, no team has won the title with this bad of a defense, just to make that clear, historically.
Man, once they got everyone healthy and they came back, they were really, really good, and they beat the Spurs handily multiple times. And I don't see what you're saying, but
Okay, let's not do this though. The Nuggets, they had a really easy schedule. They were down to the Jazz in the fourth quarter. The Jazz benched all their starters, and that's the only way they came back and won that game. There was really easy schedule. The Spurs win was very impressive. I agree, but that's a Jokic masterclass. But it was double OT, right?
Yep.
And then the second Spurs game, the Spurs benched all their players, so you couldn't even really count that as a contest. So I don't know. I think yes, the Nuggets have been really impressive. I'm not trying to diminish their win streak, but we can't sit here and say that the Nuggets are a tier above, I guess, necessarily than this T-Wolves team.
I just think that the level that
sorry,
Johnny, the level, the peak of what the Nuggets can reach might be the best in the league, like that top level of them playing.
I want to play some devil advocate here because I'm also in that same mindset of, okay, we saw what the Nuggets did last year. They almost beat the Thunder. They almost won the championship. Who knows? Whatever. Okay. The point is they've also been really poor. Like Jamal Murray can have games where it's really bad, and that's like.
I'd argue this
What-
is his
what
best
game?
season.
Is this Jamal
No,
Murray's
this
best
is.
season?
I'm looking at like that Lakers game that happened earlier in the season, and Jamal Murray basically shot him out.
Everyone has bad games. I'm
It's
not
one
even
game
saying
out of
that.
82.
For me, it's all on the defensive side. I think they were a better defensive team when the Timberwolves beat them a couple years ago, and now they're a worse one. Anthony Edwards has had playoff experience. You guys remember last year? I mean, obviously remember. Everyone picked the Lakers against the Timberwolves last year, and the Timberwolves killed them. There's some things we just don't see at the time, and I just feel like these are one of the series that everyone's just kind of like just forgetting. Oh, it's the playoffs now. They'll figure it out defensively, and I just maybe they won't. And I kind of trust Anthony Edwards to be the guy to expose that. And again, I give it a 55% chance. If the Nuggets win, I'm not surprised. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on.
I mean, just my last thing because we obviously want to continue pushing it. The Timberwolves also have been very shaky this year at times. So it's not like a clear. They've not been as good as they were in 2024 or 2025.
100%. Jaden McDaniels has been really disappointing to me this year. Really disappointing.
Really? I think this is McDaniel's one of his best years.
Do you think? I
Yeah.
haven't seen it. He seems like less. Remember last year, there was a little stretch in the regular season where he was just like.
He was scoring the ball.
And this year, whenever I'm watching Timberwolves, it's like he doesn't trust himself to do that anymore. It's like he reverted back to 2 years ago. I don't know if the counting stats defend that, but it kind of just feels like
Just the eye test, what you've seen.
eye test. I haven't been loving Jaden McDaniels like I did in the playoffs last year. So I mean,
Gotcha. Let's move on to the next series.
Yeah, so I think we don't really need to talk about this one. I have Spurs
sweet.
in a sweep. Yeah.
I got 5. I just wanted to give them again.
Hey, what the hell, man?
You know what I'm saying though? I'm not even like obviously I'm not a big Blazers fan, but Denny thrives on paint points, and I mean, tell me how he's gonna score on Wemby, man. Like the Suns, he killed them because they were pulling out lineups where Iguodala was the biggest guy in the court. They were having Jordan Goodwin guard him on some plays. It's like the Spurs have size, and he's not going to be able to make as much of an impact, in my opinion.
Well, that's
Even
been the
though we're
argument
saying-
in the opposite way, where it's like, oh, you have Klingon and who's the other big? I'm sorry, I'm blanking.
Robert Williams.
And that you can throw at Wemby and like that.
Well,
And that's what I was gonna say. I think even though we all say that this is gonna be a pretty handedly easy series for the Spurs, I'm kind of excited to see how Klingon holds himself because I really like Klingon in the second half of the season. I kind of want to see how he holds himself in a series against Wembanyama, and if he's seriously going to be that player that can be all-star caliber and like move and be that franchise center that the Blazers want him to be.
Yeah, I agree.
know.
Let's move on from that series. So we're all choosing Spurs.
The
So
East is a little more fun. I feel like I think we're gonna have a little bit more.
we're gonna disagree a little bit here.
Real quick, just before we move on from the West, I do have the Timberwolves beating the Spurs too somehow. I don't know why. Ant has been speaking to my heart, and we don't have to talk about
We'll
it.
talk about it on that pod when that comes. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back in 1 second.
Why are we taking a break?
Like it never even happened, just rolling. All
That's
right,
fine.
we'll start at the East.
Thank God we moved to this.
Pistons, right? Isn't it so far? Shout out StreamYard. Pistons.
Pistons
Actually,
Hornets.
no. I want to go. We're gonna go Celtics Sixers first.
Oh.
We're gonna talk about Celtics Sixers first.
Listen,
I have Celtics. Does anyone have
In
Sixers?
what? No one has Sixers. Come on.
I have them in 5.
Ege has Sixers.
no, I got Celtics. But I
They
don't
have
think
5. I have them in 6. I don't know why, but I feel weird about the Celtics the more and more I think about it. Just
Dude,
I don't
isn't
know.
this series so weird? I feel like this is such a weird
is.
series to like. It's like the Celtics. It's like Jason Tatum's on kind of like one leg, and it's like I don't know, like you were saying, like I don't know the Celtics how like much I want to trust them, but they're the best team in the East. Like I have them going to the finals.
Yeah.
I have the Celtics winning, obviously, but then I look at the Sixers and it's like, wow, they have a lot of talent on the roster, but they haven't been able to getting get it going for like a string of games at all this season. And Joel Embiid again was out for the plan, so I don't even know how he's going to look in the playoffs.
I hope he's back by game 4 or 5, and I'm banking on that for one of the wins. If Embiid doesn't come back, I think it'll be 5. But if Embiid was playing, can I be real? Like this might go 7. If Embiid was healthy, played all the games, 38 minutes. Because what is Kata gonna do to that guy?
Yeah,
Kind of like the Nuggets, kind of like the Knicks Sixers series 2 years ago.
Yes, I was literally just thinking that. Yeah.
Now, here's my thing is the 76ers looked pretty bad against that Magic. And obviously it was just like Tyrese Maxey was hoping for the best, and he also took some poor shot selections throughout that game. And I'm a huge Tyrese Maxey fan. He's been my favorite player to watch this season. That's not a Laker player.
Okay.
With how bad the 76ers can be at times, I just don't think they can string 3 wins against the Celtics team and how well coached the Celtics are and just how good Jalen Brown is. So
I'm giving them 2 if Embiid comes back, but this isn't really a series if we're being honest.
Celtics in 5. It's Celtics in 5.
Yeah.
We can talk a lot about this next series, Hawks Knicks. So, Aiden, what do you have?
I think I might be like, I have Knicks in 5.
Wow.
I have Knicks in 5 too. I'm not really.
Eggman?
I went Knicks in 6.
All right, I'm the odd man out here. I went Hawks in 7.
You know, it's not crazy.
Thanks,
man.
I think it is.
Dyson Daniels, Nickeil Alexander-Walker stopping Jalen Brunson argument, but is that kind of where you're going to go with it, Arlo?
I see a team trending down and I see a team trending up.
I don't think they're trending down at all. I think
They had not been good.
What do you mean? They beat they beat someone good last week.
The Spurs. Didn't they beat the Spurs recently?
That was like was it not like 2.5 months ago?
They beat the Celtics recently too.
I think the people that are like down on the Knicks, it's because that people have such high expectations for the Knicks for being the 1 seed. And the fact that they're the 3rd seed again is kind of like making them, I feel like, Jacob, maybe that's making you feel like they're underperforming, which I think they're not like necessarily doing like great, but I still think it's been a good season for the Knicks. Even though Jalen Brunson's been a little worse, Cat's been a little worse, but this is still a good team, I feel like. So and they're playoff tested. Like this team has played together in the playoffs multiple times and made Eastern Conference Finals.
It's cool about this series too. They played fully healthy literally 10 days ago, and the Knicks won by 3. So we kind of have like a.
Oh, the CJ McCollum shot? Was that the CJ McCollum?
Yeah.
So a little bit ago, Jacob said, obviously Hawks in 7, and I didn't see an avenue. And then I sat here, I had this whole animation, whatever, and I could see an avenue of the Hawks winning because
just like right now in this 5 minutes.
Yeah,
you didn't think about it before. You just.
I mean, I still had Knicks in 6. It wasn't like a but I didn't really see the Hawks winning. But what if the Knicks just overlook this matchup way more than they should? And next thing you know, Hawks are up 2-1.
No, it's not even that. I just see Jalen Johnson. Like, we could walk away from that series and be like, Jalen Johnson was the best player in that series. Not Jalen.
That's not crazy. That's not crazy.
What's his playoff experience as a role player behind Trae Young in a series they lost?
I'm not even saying I don't know what playoff experience. I just see a team
where we need Jalen Johnson to make a jump. Like that wasn't good enough.
Okay, so
Johnny, the Hawks were like a top 5 team at like the final stretch of the season.
Dude, the Hawks were really good. Johnny, if I told you that Jalen Johnson, after this series is over, even if the Knicks won, that he was the best player on the court,
that would concern me.
It would concern you, but would it surprise you though? Like, let's say
it kind of would. I'm really expecting it to be Brunson,
and they could still win with Brunson.
Or Brunson or Cat. Okongwu's had an amazing season, but I really hope Cat can figure it out. And that's
one thing.
It's a tough thing for Okongwu to handle.
Cat might be a lot for Okongwu, just like size wise. Okongwu's a little skinnier. That's like one reason why I'm like a little like hesitant to give Hawks.
And Jalen Johnson, like I completely possibly is a great series, but the Knicks were built to beat the Celtics, and the Hawks aren't really built like the Celtics, but the wing defenders that the Knicks have, like it's gonna be.
And that's my one concern.
Is a maybe like he's gonna be great defensively, but the shooting, it could be exploited.
No, that's my kind of concern with this thing is just I love what OG Anunoby has done this season. I think we all have. I forget if I was talking to you, I didn't, or I was talking to Johnny, and we were watching a Knicks game, and I'm just like, OG Anunoby, man, like what a dream
Those eyes.
player. Yeah, what a dream player any team like would want to have. He could just he could be the Jalen Johnson stopper, but yeah, that's my main concern for the series. But I don't know. It's also just like it's one of the things where I wanted to have an upset in my bracket, and I think that was the most likely one.
That's
I
fair.
thought it was, and
That's fair.
Do you guys see that or the Timberwolves one more likely
that's a good question.
for you two? I guess.
Oh, that's a great question. Eggman, do you want to answer first? I got to think about that.
T-Wolves.
I'd probably lean T-Wolves as well.
Okay.
I
just don't trust the Knicks.
It's going to be a fun series, though. I'm excited to watch that series.
Look, I'm probably most
fun.
excited for that one in the first round.
I'm excited to watch in the playoffs and the way he's playing right now.
He has been amazing this year.
Yeah.
That's something that could. I'm more like obviously Jalen Johnson's gonna have a bigger impact, but I'm more scared of his jump than Jalen Johnson's jump, if that makes sense.
Dude, he's been creating
just
his own
because the guard
offense
defense,
this year.
right?
You want
What's
more
that,
time?
No,
Wait.
go ahead, Ed.
No, what did you say, Jacob?
I said that he's been creating his own offense this year.
Dude, averaging 20 points per game. He's my most improved player pick. We'll probably do that later, but yeah.
Yeah, no, Brunson is in for one with Dyson and Nikhil being the two guard defenders on that team.
Yeah, facts. All right.
Next.
Jacob, give us our next series.
Cavs Raptors.
I put Cavs in 5.
Okay.
I went Cavs in 7.
Okay.
I went Cavs in 7 too.
I also had Cavs in 7. So Eggman, as the odd man out here, what makes it? What are you you really hate the Raptors and Scotty Barnes? You hate my
fault, Jacob. Do that first. No, I definitely this was like kind of my more hot take in the first round. I feel like when you're doing something like this, you want to have a hot take. I just thought the Cavs have more experience.
Yeah.
And they just have that size. Like the Raptors don't have any size in terms of the big positions. I'm talking specifically Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley.
What? Did the Raptors
I
have
said
size?
I'm going to push mine down to 6, by the way, as we continue.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you can't.
I don't
Is he
think
allowed to
I
do
don't
that?
think- yeah,
Are we
I
allowed
guess.
to do that?
No, chat. He's not allowed to do that. You chose 7. I didn't. Do the Raptors have size?
Isn't that – dude, the Raptors swept them in the head-to-head this year, 3-0.
Did they
And
really?
obviously, yeah, they did 3-0. And obviously, that doesn't mean a lot.
Two different
sometimes.
teams.
And it's
Yeah.
two different teams now. Harden's
Yeah,
now
Harden
playing
can
for the
play.
Cavs. I think that the Cavs are going to have a handful this series, man. They have a lot of length on that team. And I know the Raptors struggle with creation on ball, but the Cavs are really prone to turning the ball over. They've been turning the ball over a lot since Harden's got there, and they haven't been able to string a lot of games with their core. And if one of these guys go down, like we've seen them before, obviously we're not trying to predict injuries and stuff like that, so I won't try to incorporate that into my answer. But I don't know. I think this Raptor team is gritty, led by Darko Rajakovic. I think they're gonna try to be physical, and these players like James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, they're gonna have a lot to handle with because they're kind of slow. James Harden's slower and older. Mitchell's undersized, and they're gonna have these big players in R.J. Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Jamal Shed, another gritty defender, Scotty Barnes, obviously, who's a defensive player of the year caliber type player this season. They also have what's his name off the bench. Oh my gosh, I forget his name. Mamu Kelishvili, who's been playing really good as well, and then Colin Murray-Boyle's the rookie. I don't know. I think this team is just really deep. Darko Rajakovic is leading this team. And I think the Cavs will end up winning, but I don't think it's going to be an easy series for the Cavs. I think that they would prefer the Hawks. If the Hawks were against the Cavs, I think the Cavs would have taken care of them more easily.
I think for the Cavs, it's also stepping into playing serious basketball with this unit is going to be interesting. And I think they get it done, but it just will be interesting. And I don't know. Well, also, we're now all choosing James Harden in a Game 7, so
that's why I switched mine. I think if it gets to not because of that, not just because of that, but I think if it gets to 7 games, it's like you kind of get nervous. Donovan Mitchell has high expectations this year.
Jarrett Allen
I'm telling you, these guys have been seen as chokers, and to be put in a one-off situation again, where if you lose this, you will solidify that name. It can get scary. So I think they kind of have to win in 5 and 6 if they're really gonna put their stamp. My big concern, real quick, I see you're about to speak, is Harden, Mitchell are two guards who are gonna be the scorers this series, and Scotty Barnes isn't gonna guard one of them, and Scotty Barnes is the defensive guy on that team. I think it's gonna be hard to contain both those dudes for the Raptors. And I think that's what I'm thinking about. I think Mobley's going to have a tough series offensively. But I think if he locks in and has a huge defensive impact, which he's obviously capable of, that can be huge. But I don't know. I mean, we all have Cavs. I don't have to.
And I'm not gonna sit here and say I've watched every single Raptors game. I wonder if they possibly look into just putting Barnes on James Harden. So whenever Harden does the pick and roll, they're able to switch easier, and Barnes can guard the big guy with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, and then have one of, I guess, Colin Murray Boyles, I guess, or RJ Barrett, who could possibly keep the size of Evan Mobley, just pure strength, because Evan Mobley's – maybe they try something like that. I don't know, but I do think that's a great point with, like, their offensive skill set. But let me ask you guys this. What does this mean? If the Raptors win the series, what does this mean for the Cavs moving forward? What are the questions that are being asked?
Everyone got to go. Just restart. I'm so, which is so sad because I mean, last year they were the 1 seed. I had them as my finals pick. Like this team has something, but if you lose in that fashion 2 years in a row, because obviously we learned that the Pacers were amazing. We didn't know it at the time. They lost that series, but
what were the three losses? What, the Celtics in 5 in 2024, right?
Yeah. And then Pacers.
The Pacers in 5 in last year. And then, sorry, I shouldn't say 3 losses. But this year, they have an opportunity to change that. But it would be Raptors. But, yeah, I don't know. I think Mitchell's definitely on the way out. Maybe that's someone that the Heat look at.
Well, I mean, none of us have the Cavs going to the finals this year, right?
No.
So.
Hard on. Come on, man. Hard. Nah, I don't. I got the Celtics.
I know. I haven't gone to the conference finals.
Oh wait, well, I'll wait to say this.
I'm in the conference final, but we'll talk about the last series now. Pistons versus what we all assume to be the Hornets.
If it's Magic, sweep.
It's sweep.
Hornets.
Am I crazy to say, dude? Pistons in 6, but that's my take. I know that might be crazy to say, but I feel like these two teams are the exact opposite of just like identities in the NBA. And they already faced off before this end of the season, right? It was like the last couple of games. And it was like this gritty game. And Jalen Jordan's like, I don't want to shake these guys' hands. Dude, I really want to see the Hornets Pistons in a 7-game series. Because the Pistons is built on defense, 10 guys that will chase after you, gritty defense, physicality. And then the Hornets is like, you have 5 of the top 3-point shooters, like 3 of them in LaMelo Ball, Con Canepo, Brandon Miller, being the top 5 3-pointers, and they're just chucking threes. This offensive team where it's like Celtics light, mini Celtics. They're just shooting threes. I don't know. I'd be so excited for this series, and I think there's a possibility the Hornets could make this a real series where it's like, wow, it's 2-2 series. What are the Pistons gonna do? I think the Pistons will come out with it, but you know what I mean? I don't know. What do y'all think?
I can go.
That was my biggest thing was like the Hornets can just come out there and win a basketball game just of how good they could shoot in any game. They was built all that 3-point shooting, ride or die by it. And when you ride or die by the 3-point shot like that, I don't think they like come out and win it. Like I'm saying, I put them in 6, but I could see the Hornets stretching this to 7. Like LaMelo Ball, even though he shot 2 for 16 and they ended up like he had to shoot 2 for 16 for them to go to overtime against that Heat team. Con Canepo shot 0 for 6. If they shoot any better, that game is not that close. Now, obviously, you can talk about Kobe White, whatever.
Well, that's what I was gonna say too. Is like, does that play-in game? It was like on the one hand, when you step back, the Hornets should be killing a team like the Heat. You know, they should have won that game by 20. But the fact that they can win when their 2 best 3-point shooters shot that bad, I don't know if we're leaning into that's a good thing or maybe this is signs of thing to come. I mean, I don't see a way that the Hornets would beat the Pistons, and I have it in 5.
Yeah,
Pistons in 5, just because I think they can close that game at home and steal one in Charlotte.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm really high on the Pistons this year. Earlier, I remember we talked about the East. I think sometime almost 2 months ago now, and we all had our reservations about we were all a little concerned about the Pistons.
No,
'Cause
reservations is good.
Cade.
That was good.
That's the word, right?
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, go ahead.
Because it was just Cade. Cade went out, and we saw that team keep winning. We saw
Shout
that
out
they
Dennis Jenkins.
were able to create shots and have offense. Jalen Duren does have a little more in him with a little more touches, which is just all really good signs. Something that we all didn't see when we made our top 20.
What's up, Jacob?
You didn't see that.
Dern was in my top 15.
Oh, okay. But we all agreed that there wasn't really like a jump. And
I saw
maybe there is another jump. So all that being said, I see the Pistons coming out, and I watched Pistons Hornets last week when the Hornets needed that win. And I saw it had playoff energy, and the Pistons just kind of just was in control. So this is weird. I have 6 Pistons in 6, but not a close 6, if that makes sense. I can see it being like 3-0 up, and then Hornets win one, and just was like, why not? We're here, get another, and then Pistons put them away. But I don't see it. That's what I got.
The series is 4-0.
What do you see?
The series is 4-0. Pistons are 4-0, but the Hornets
I make my
games
prediction,
after.
guys. You gotta envision stuff happening. I see 1 game, 2 game, 3 game, 4, 5 Hornets, and then done.
Tony has the
I don't just
bootleg.
say a number on closeness.
Could you see 1, 2, 3 Pistons, 1, 2, 3 Hornets, 3-3, and then blow out Game 7?
No.
See, I think I like that.
Maybe.
I like that.
And if I said that, is that a close Game 7? Or is that a close series?
No, that's a far 7. That's a far 7.
I see the Hornets
Wide 7.
I see the Pistons blowing out, and that's what I mean. Shit like that happens, y'all. Not
I
to
agree.
that stuff happens.
Alright.
So that was our playoff predictions. That
Real
was pretty
quick.
good. Yeah.
Let's go to All-NBA teams.
Can we
Yeah.
do just finals prediction and champion real quick?
Yeah.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
Speed run.
Do you want
Do
me
we
to
all
go?
have the same one? I bet we all have the same one.
I don't think so.
All
I
right,
have
Johnny, what do you
Thunder.
have?
I have Thunder, Celtics, Thunder on the championship.
Thunder and what?
Thunder and
Wow. Okay.
5.
Do you think Thunder run over the West though? Like, do you see a series where they struggle?
the Nuggets/Spurs in the Western Conference Finals.
That's impossible.
But
Are
they
you-
should go sweep.
Wait, why is that impossible?
I think you mean Thunder Spurs. You said Nuggets Spurs conference finals.
No, he's
Yeah,
saying
Nuggets or
either of the
Spurs.
teams.
Oh, I thought you.
He
okay.
just chose the Thunder to win. Okay.
No, I know. Yeah.
I had the same as Aiden, but I had it in 7, Thunder in 7 over the Celtics.
I think that's a little ridiculous. But I don't even have the Thunder making
Same thing as him.
What?
I can
Why is that ridiculous?
Beef. It's
Before-
disagree, or you're like it's.
Before I even break down, because I don't have the Thunder making it to the finals. I have Denver winning, but I just want to say if the Thunder and the Celtics were the face-off, I could see more of a Game 5 than a Game 7 in that matchup for the
Okay.
Thunder winning.
I just didn't want to choose 5 or 6.
I mean, that's why. What about 4? Did you think about choosing 4?
Oh,
I didn't think about
This doesn't
4.
matter. Okay, Nugget 2.
I went Denver against the Celtics in 7.
That's
Okay.
crazy. That's ridiculous.
I have, and I'm not. I have Pistons, Thunder, and I have the Thunder going back to back. But I think the Thunder are gonna have some really tough series in there, like really tough. But I think Pistons do it, man.
Is it like a close 4, that series?
No, that one's a tight 6. Pacers reminiscence. Pacers reminiscence, but not all the way to the 7.
I like the Pistons shout. I might be swayed with Pistons.
I believe in it, man. I think they
I
really
believe it.
proved that the Cadeless minutes aren't going to be that bad.
Yeah, they were really impressive.
Uh-huh.
Impressive. All right, let's go All NBA teams. Today it was an announcement that Luka and Cade beat the case. Unfortunately, Anthony Edwards could not beat the case. So
Cade.
now we do have the names. All the names that are eligible for the All NBA teams, and we all came here today with 3 All NBA teams for y'all to give to you guys.
Yeah, let's all start with first team. I want
y'all-
to generally.
We can rip off the top 4. Everyone's
Okay.
got the same 4 guys.
So we all have Luka, Shea, Jokic, Wemby.
Yeah.
And then there's a debate about Cade Cunningham and Jaylen Brown. Me personally, I have Cade Cunningham. Aiden, what do you have?
I have Cade as well.
I have
Tony?
Cade.
And
I wouldn't. Yeah, Cade.
Cade. Okay, so we all agree on first team.
Is Kawhi not in contention though?
I had Jalen as a firm 6, and I'm sorry for not saying Kawhi.
Listen, a couple pods ago, I
Wait,
brought this up,
okay.
and you guys called me crazy.
Okay.
Kawhi even being in the
no
conversation.
one picked Kawhi for first team though.
Nobody. I mean, but you guys thought it was crazy to even have him in this conversation over Jaylen Brown.
No, I just
He's not in the conversation, for being real.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Well, I mean, if he makes the playoffs,
What is this we're having right now? A discussion?
This brother Kawhi was the 9th seed.
I don't know why we're talking to be honest.
Kawhi Leonard had a career year.
Yeah, he was
The
great.
Clippers literally broke down their team. They traded away Zubac and Harden.
I mean,
No,
yeah,
we
but
hear
I
you.
think
We
he
hear
had a
you.
great 20-game span. You can't forget the 6-24 start or whatever.
And he
That
was,
was
he
bad.
was good in those games too. He wasn't amazing.
But he was a
Kawhi
good
Leonard.
losing player. That was bad.
Okay, so I just want to go ahead and give my reasoning for Cade and why I picked him over, because it was between Cade, Jaylen Brown, and Kawhi Leonard, because I went between the three throughout the season thinking about my All-NBA team. But I think the fact that this team won 60 games, and Cade Cunningham was the sole creator of that team, and for them to exceed my expectations from what they were going to do this season, I thought the Pistons were going to be a 6 seed. That was my prediction before the season. The fact that they got to 60 wins, and mind you, 2 years ago, they lost 60 games. I think it's just a testament to how great Cade Cunningham was this year. And I think he deserves to be first team All-NBA, and he was an MVP caliber. It's an MVP caliber season.
Yeah.
I agree.
Jaylen Brown is 1B, not even second for me. You know what I mean? Like, he deserves that.
Is it a
first.
close second? You're saying a close second?
No, he's saying Jaylen Brown is like a close.
No, Jaylen Brown was really impressive as well. And
Yeah.
that's nothing to diminish Jaylen Brown. Yeah.
He's on Cade's tier, but you just you had to pick one.
Yeah.
You know,
I think I would say with Aiden, with what Aiden said, I just think Cade is pretty clear cut there. I don't really see him.
For me, that's the same way. But I do think Jaylen Brown was really good this year, and I'm not trying to diminish him because it was. I did not expect this from Jaylen Brown or the Celtics either. And we can just move on to the second team. I'll just go ahead and rip mine off.
Yeah.
I have Kawhi and Jaylen Brown that we mentioned, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Maxey, Chet Holmgren.
I was there with you, and I know you waited for that 5th spot.
Boo!
I went Jalen Brunson for that 5th spot.
I did too.
All right, can I go ahead, Jacob? Say yours, and I want to defend my.
I also
Chet
have a
case
different
for Jalen
name.
Brunson.
I have Jaylen Brown, Kawhi Leonard, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell. So we all have that 4 on the second
Wait.
team, right?
I have Jaylen Brown, Jalen
You said
Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, and Kevin Durant.
You interrupted me. I didn't get to say my 5th guy.
Oh, no, I was just saying because I had a different name. We were all just putting their names. Go
Well, my
ahead.
5th guy was Kevin Durant.
Oh, I thought you – why did you pause so long? You didn't say 5
Well,
names.
because I said the same 4 people, and then I wanted to say Kevin Durant.
Well,
Okay,
okay.
so
Yeah, I have
Kevin
Kevin
Durant.
Durant.
Let me make my case for
Okay,
Chet.
Chet Holmgren, explain.
Yeah, Chet versus Katie.
Chet Holmgren, statistically wise, was the best defensive player barring Wembanyama. Oh my!
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, he should be cut out
I
after
didn't
saying
want to
that.
hear it anymore.
Oh my
I'm
God!
gonna get
You could
Holmgren.
argue that he wasn't even the 4th best defensive player on his team. I can't.
What?
No, Jacob,
No,
with-
that's
with this
ridiculous.
stuff.
Relax.
I-
Don't
he
let your
can't-
hatred speak for you. Relax. Take
No,
a-
Chet Holmgren was the best defensive player on OKC this season.
Yeah.
It's
I think
like that's clear.
I like Case and Wallace.
I just think it's the same thing with Shea. You know how people say Shea, if Shea was replaced, the Thunder would still be good? I know that as a fact with Chet. I don't know it as a fact with Shea like that. You know, like that's where I have my reservations about giving Chet his full and especially he went like 40 games without scoring 20 points. He was doing like the opposite of Shea. Oh my gosh! Now it's all okay. There we go.
Are we good?
Okay, please. You know what Jacob just said.
We're
I'm
just
sorry.
shitting on Chet now because you cut out
Yeah.
right when you're about to make.
I
it.
Okay.
you know
Case and
what
Wallace
Jacob
is a
just
better.
said?
I said Case and Wallace is a better defender than Chet.
You said
Well, okay,
Chet
listen,
Holmgren might
hold
not be the fourth best defender.
Yeah,
on the team.
that was just egregious hate. But
What
I think Case and Wallace was a better defender.
was Chet not clearly the second best player on the Thunder? The Thunder had one of the best.
I don't know why Jacob's saying that.
I mean, if Jalen Williams wasn't hurt,
Well, he was. He
Not
was
for-
hurt though. He was hurt.
maybe if he wasn't though.
And this is like one of the most impressive seasons just from a a reigning champion team in general, winning 64 games and a pretty comfortable 64 games. And with all the injuries they've had, I just think Chet deserves to be second team. And I think his impact was like, what's it called? Very substantial. And I think it was more than KD. I think you can argue that KD was a little disappointing this year, and I don't think I have another take with that will go into later, but I don't know. I just don't think KD. I can see the Jalen Brunson argument, but I don't think KD should be second team.
I think with the Rockets, there was a lot of inconsistencies with Sengun, with no point guard play. There was a lot of issues, and we all saw going into the season they need scoring, and Durant really provided that. And you guys know I'm not the biggest Durant fan. As a Sonics guy, I really hope that we don't bring him back type thing. I just think if you look at the counting stats and where the Rockets ended the season, like Durant did his job to a All-NBA second team level.
I agree. I think my thing with KD is like, all right, Houston's the 5 seed, first of all. So you want to pick someone. KD's on your third team, right, Aiden?
KD's not on any of my teams.
Okay, interesting. So you don't have any Rockets.
On any of mine either. That's crazy.
I don't have Rockets.
It just everything the Rockets kind of went through, injuries, Ime Udoka being a bad coach, the burner scandal, which was KD's thing. But like everything they went through, and then for them to still be the 5 seed, and I mean they're going to beat the Lakers, even if that is like shaky. I just think Kevin Durant and his play this year, it's been unreal. And even though the team has been poor, it's just Johnny said it when you were gone. If you remove Chet Holmgren from the Thunder team, they're going to win 62 games, instead of
that doesn't. But that doesn't take away from what he's done though. And I disagree though. I do disagree with that take. I mean, then is Shea the MVP? I mean, we get into that later, but you know what I mean?
I see the case for Chet Holmgren much more than I see Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, like the Rockets were poor this season, just flat out. Like
they're the 5 seed.
The Rockets were disappointing. Let's not even kid ourselves. The Rockets were disappointing.
I mean, yeah, down the stretch they were bad, but this is all NBA the whole season, and they were like good in the first 30 games.
We're the 5 seed, and they were, 2-3 games.
Were they bad down the stretch? No, they weren't.
So okay,
here's winning a lot of games. They were bad around the All-Star break, but I mean, they almost pushed for that 3 seed.
Here's where I'm really confused. Why is Jalen Brunson not getting the same leeway as Kevin Durant right now? Because the Knicks were the 3 seed, 4 seed.
What do you mean?
Jalen Brunson still had a great season.
He's on my second team.
So why is Jalen Brunson?
Jalen Brunson is the first guy on my third team. He's the first guy on my third team.
Oh, so you have KD over Brunson's a little for me.
Because I think. Do you not have Tyrese Maxey in yours, Johnny? That's absurd if you don't.
I have him third team.
Yeah, that's absurd. But
Johnny's a Maxey hater.
They were the 8 seed.
Tyrese Maxey had a backpack that team. They were injured all season long,
and he averaged
28 points per game. I value seeding. I was between Kawhi and Maxey, and I went Kawhi just because the performances seemed like robotic at a point where he was like.
Wait, does seeding even matter all that much? Like to a certain degree?
I think so.
Think it does.
I think when I look at All-NBA first through third team, I'm thinking which guys just led the way this season, and I don't think a guy on a 10 seed.
But I mean, Maxey was a 7 seed. I mean, let's not. It's a 7 seed,
and they won.
And Kawhi and the Clippers did bounce back. They had a 35-19 record since their 6-21 start, and that was led by Kawhi Leonard averaging nearly 30 points per game in that stretch. I don't know. I think that he deserves to be second team. I don't see how you can leave Kawhi off your second team, and I think
Kawhi has to be second team. I agree.
I don't see how you leave Maxey off your second team. Maxey got injured. Joel Embiid got injured. Paul George got – this team, the 76ers team, with all the stuff that happened.
UFO.
I apologize, but with all the stuff that happened, them getting the 7th seed is like, yeah, you could be like, it's just the 7th seed, but they could have easily been the 5 or 6 seed. Like, Tyrese Maxey tore his pinky.
Okay, I don't like that argument, though.
But
we can make that argument for everyone.
If we're talking about seeding, that's how you have to look at it. If you're not talking about seeding, Tyrese Maxey averaged 28 points, 29 points on a great efficiency, and was clearly he passed Joel Embiid as the one option for his team.
I mean, Johnny, you have him third team, right?
Yeah.
That's not crazy.
Top of third
I
team.
think it is. I think Tyrese Maxey is my number, maybe even Kawhi Leonard. Like he's my number 2 player on the second
I don't
team.
know, man. Me
Tyrese Maxey's
personally,
your Kawhi Leonard.
So you have Tyrese Maxey above Jaylen Brown?
No, he's my second player on the second team.
Okay, we're going to semantics. At the end of the day, we were arguing what Chet, KD versus Brunson, right? That was the whole thing on the last spot for second team. And I valued Johnny. I was valuing the first seed, and Chet was their rock. He was their best defensive player. And barring Wembanyama, he's been the best
don't you
defensive
feel like
player in
the
the league.
offensive impact was like doesn't I understand the defense was there. He went a long streak without having 20 points, which is like pretty like I know that's not his role, but for second team All-NBA, don't you think he should have like a pretty consistent scoring impact?
He could. I mean, I have another guy here that like you could have an argument against. I don't know. I think Chet was their rock that they could rely on, and Chet was healthy this year, which
yeah.
that's a huge thing. And I think the fact that Chet was able to play this many games, I need to check the exact amount of games, but
It was like 68, I think.
okay, but I don't know. I value that more than what I was kind of disappointed by the Rockets, and I feel like KD didn't help and all the burner stuff. And I know that you shouldn't, but it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. So maybe that's why I left KD off my teams. And then Jalen Brunson, I didn't think this was the best Brunson year, and I just didn't think he was better than Chet this year. That's just my opinion.
I don't think we should hold Brunson to pass Brunson. Like hold Brunson against everyone else. Is the guy averaging 26 and leading the 3 seed in the East?
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. And you're right about that. But I also think that the fact that I kind of look at these on and off numbers, and the fact that the Knicks were better without him on the court kind of made me think in a different way. And I know on and off numbers isn't everything, but you know,
Brown argument too at that. So
yeah.
No, I know. Hey, and this is why we're talking right now. Wherever we have people, it's not crazy either way. We can't call each other crazy.
Yes.
It's opinion, it's the eye of the beholder type stuff, and this is what we think, and we move.
No, not how your second team's crazy.
He has a third team. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Igman, give me your third team, bro.
I went Jalen Johnson, Denny Advia, Kevin Durant, Chet Holmgren, Jamal Murray.
Wait, one more time. Sorry.
Jalen Johnson.
Okay.
Denny Advia, Kevin Durant, Chet Holmgren, Jamal Murray.
I mean, I have Jamal Murray, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Duren, and Scotty Barnes.
Oh God, I love the Scotty Barnes shirt. I was close to putting him on.
They were the 5 seed. I know it was like a game from the 9 seed, but they were the 5 seed, and he was their best player consistently, 2-way ability, assists, rebounds, crazy games, some like very impactful games. And I just think that a team, the way the Raptors had a season, they deserve an All-NBA third-team player.
The 25 rebound game?
Yes, bro. Insane.
Jacob, what did you have third team?
I had Brunson, so he should be there for sure. I had Scotty Barnes as well.
Mm-hmm.
I have Jalen Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I have James Harden.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all have James Harden, but James Harden played 70 games this season.
It was my 6th.
And Jalen Duren.
Okay, I think Jacob. I think we have very similar ones, but I think I have Jalen Brunson, Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson, James Harden, and instead of Scotty Barnes, I put Jamal Murray instead.
Okay, completely valid. And Jamal Murray is my first guy out.
Yeah, and then my honorable mentions was KD, Scotty Barnes, and Stephon Castle. But to kind of talk about it, I think the only player that I was trying to keep track of everyone's third team. The only player that wasn't named by anyone else was Denny Avdia. And Eggman, why did you choose to pick Denny Avdia over someone like Jamal Murray, James Harden, or Scotty Barnes, or Jalen Duren?
I have Jamal Murray. I took him over Scotty Barnes.
Okay, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Duren, and James Harden.
Now, maybe looking back, I'm gonna stand on my ground. I should have put Jalen Duren over him, but I went Denny Advia. Maybe recency bias also because he just had 41 points.
No, in the regular season game.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, he averaged 25 points per game and led this Portland Trailblazers team from being bottom of the barrel to at least a play-in spot. And not even play-in spot, they're the 8th seed.
Yeah, the Blazers still kind of suck though.
Yeah, they were the 8th seed,
They're
but
the
like
8th
what
seed,
they're
man.
competing with a Clippers team trying to tank and the injured Warriors. I don't know. Denny is a tough watch sometimes, even in that game. I know we called it ethical, but man, he drives to the basket. This is from a guy I can appreciate Shea. People call Shea a free throw merchant, but at least Shea got a bag. He got a midi. He can finish. Like Denny be driving to the basket and just taking contact and throwing it up. And like obviously you can't drop 40 without being skilled. But that guy is a tough watch. Like
Yo, I love how Eggman, Jacob, me and you are dying. And Eggman's just listening, sitting there, and just taking it all in. All right, listen. All right, we gave you our third teams. We gave you our All NBA team. Sorry, and now I'm just
Can I
gonna
say
go.
someone that was out? By the way, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
Carl
Sorry.
Anthony Towns. No one.
Dude, Cat disappointed me this season, man. Cat
Yeah, I
disappointed
mean,
me
yeah,
this
he
season.
disappointed you, but he was 20 and 12 and
I
shot
love
50%
Cat
from the
of
field.
that.
Cat or Jalen Duren. You know what I mean?
Cat
Jalen
or Chet Holmgren. Cat did what Chet did.
No.
Whoa. Now listen, I really into Johnny for seeding, and pause. But like he kept on talking about how important seeding is to the All NBA teams. Cat dropped to the 4 seed as with the Knicks. Chet Holmgren was amazing on the 1 seeded OKC Thunder.
Hey,
Like
3
Cat
seed
played
Knicks.
below what his standard is.
Cat is
When
a
I
better
look back
player
at
than
this,
Chet.
Chet Holmgren was more valuable for his team than.
Oh, good question. Good question. Stop. Who would y'all rather have on your team starting next season? Karl Anthony Towns or Chet Holmgren?
Well, Chet's younger.
No, just one season.
Give me Chet.
Chet.
Cat, are you kidding me?
It's
Chet-
not. Are you kidding me, Jacob? Don't say are you kidding me.
You get Hartenstein next to
I
him.
was gonna
You get
say
Hartenstein
that's
next to him. Or
No,
Hartenstein?
I'm just if I were the Lakers, bro, I'd rather have Chet.
Okay, but for the
If-
Lakers,
If I were any team, I'd rather have Chet.
I'd rather
I
have
feel
Chet.
like if the
The
Thunder,
Knicks would rather have Chet, bro. The Knicks would rather have Chet. Let's not even lie to
No.
ourselves.
Yes.
Okay, wait. The Knicks would, yes. I think
Yes.
low key the Thunder with Cat though would be insane. The Thunder with
That's
Cat
the one team that would take it.
and the one team that has Chet.
Dude, if Cat was on the Thunder, he'd be all NBA second team. All right, we're gonna move.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, let me go with quick fire. I just need quick fire from y'all.
Because you go crazy about it.
I'm just going to quick fire from y'all real quick. Funniest NBA moment this season. All right. I want to give you guys my funniest NBA moment. It was when Desmond Bain chucked that ball at OG Anunoby.
yeah,
Bro,
why
you
you
know,
throw it so hard.
Someone did it last week and Desmond replied like "Welcome to the team" or something. Like he's embracing it. It's funny.
Funniest NBA moment.
And
yeah,
feel free to add something in if you can think about it. I'm gonna just keep on going. Go ahead, Eggman. What were you gonna
My
say?
funniest moment, because I just instantly popped in my head, was Isaiah Stewart absolutely crashing out again and getting his his 9th or 10th technical, and then just the straight memes coming after that.
Dude, maybe it's recency bias, but I thought VJ Edgecombe and Tony Brothers last night was hilarious.
I thought VJ I don't know that odd stare down on who was it, Jalen Suggs?
Yeah,
That
it was
Yeah.
Suggs.
weird. That was I was watching the game on mute and I was like he wasn't speaking. I thought he
he just was looking at him.
he wanted to kiss him. It was odd. It was some weird stuff. But
All right.
that's
Best
VJ.
NBA game. Here I have the Nuggets Spurs that just was played double OT. And I really enjoyed Rockets versus Wolves. The one that was really dysfunctional and both teams just kind of wanted the other team to win. I really enjoyed both those games, and I want to add in Lakers Nuggets, where I don't know, maybe just me as a Lakers fan with
that's the one.
the Reeves missed free throw and the
Reeves
Luka
missed.
game winner. That was really enjoyable for me.
I would probably go one that Spurs Nuggets game. Sorry,
Yeah.
Johnny. I didn't mean to interrupt. That Spurs Nuggets game, the one that went to OT. That's definitely my one. That was probably the best basketball game I've ever watched.
Man, I couldn't
low-key.
watch, so I'm not.
Even though it had not crazy stakes like a playoff game, but it just that moment was ridiculous. And then,
Dude, really any Nuggets game this season. Most of these Nuggets games were so fun to watch.
and this is a sidebar now, but I'm in that sphere with Jokic that he's such a special player that whenever Jokic is playing, I want to watch. And it's kind of the only other player that I've genuinely had that for was LeBron in 2016 through 2018.
Yeah.
So
Next one, I have most disappointing player, and I don't want to harp on this guy too much because we talked about him for 15 minutes. I have Paolo. Unless if someone else has. I also thought of Lou Dort was pretty disappointing this season for me. Yeah, go ahead.
When we did our little awards, I decided to do the opposite awards, and I did have Paulo in that, but I do have some stuff later on.
Okay. And then most tiring headline. This is starring Egemen Ege. This is the Giannis trade. Talking about Giannis on Antetokounmpo. Just I'm so sick of talking
Where
about
will
Giannis.
he play next?
Yes. And then most surprising story of the season. So if you were to go ahead and tell me before the season started that this happened, I'm the most surprised. And I have two. I have Con Caneppel, just in general, in the Hornets. I think Con Caneppel just being this great was surprising. And then also the Clippers 6-21 start. I think that was crazy as well. Do you guys have any surprising stories?
You know, not to toot my own horn, but I had the Clippers as the 9 seed. And I didn't think 6-21, but I knew they weren't going to be crazy this year. All that team. But
This was Johnny. Not to toot my own
I
horn.
think the Pistons winning 60 games should be up there too.
Definitely. I put down the
yeah,
Pistons.
actually that's right. I had the Pistons drop off this year. They were really reminiscent of the Kings. Like you could see that, right? Like before the season, like new team finally made the playoffs. They have a guy. They didn't really make a move to shake things up, drop off, but they kept pushing. So I like the Pistons answer.
I also have the Suns here because I don't think anyone predicted the Suns to be a playing team.
Let's do our awards, yeah, because I have stuff on the Suns during the awards.
Oh, are we doing awards?
Yeah. Just MVP. Are we not?
Who MVP
Dude, why are
and
we-
the Suns?
That's
Why
why
is that
that
the
we-
same sentence?
No. Like MVP, Rookie of the
I thought we
Year.
were doing awards.
Oh yeah,
Oh, we're
yeah,
doing
we'll
that?
do all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just real
We
quick.
might not have time for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I can only do like I'm probably have to be done now.
Wait, let's talk about Coach of the Year quick.
Okay,
I
Coach of the Year.
I can do this.
Does everyone?
We can
have
also
a top-
save this for another pod.
I
We
mean,
could.
let's do
Okay.
it quick. We don't have to spend too much time.
Wait, let's just go through all of them then. Let's just go through all of them. Let's go through all of them and let's go quick.
Okay, MVP. Who's your MVP?
Shay.
I have Shea.
Shea.
I went Jokic. Shade
Okay.
number 2.
Okay, and I don't hate it. I actually had Jokic 2, Wemby 3.
Jokic is the most valuable player to his team.
I want
I
to.
I
have
love
Luka-
Shea, and
I have
I
Luka
grew
too.
appreciation. You have Luka too? Fair. I grew appreciation for Shea this season.
I really want to emphasize something real quick.
Allah.
I'm sorry, Jacob.
Was Jacob talking? Go.
Luka Doncic, who we assumed to be on the first team of All-NBA, he is made the first All-NBA first team 6 times in his 9-year career.
Yeah.
The
Shut
only
up.
players who
Shut
were
up, bro.
active-
Why are you mentioning this shit right now? We're talking about
Yes.
awards. We're talking about Luka Doncic first team All-NBA.
The only players with more the similar is Jokic, Harden, Durant, Giannis, and LeBron. And all those players have won MVP.
Are you saying he's second in MVP, or you're not saying he's
I
MVP?
think he's second in MVP. I'm surprised that
You're
he
surprised.
doesn't. How does Luka every single season
Wait,
be an
Johnny had him
All-NBA
4.
first team player but not win the award? It's absurd to me.
Johnny, you had him 4, right?
Yeah, Wemby, Jokic, Shea, and the whole world has that. So we're not going to start.
Luka's my 3, and then I have Wemby 4. But
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Shay's the
Doesn't
MVP.
matter.
About what you
Shay's the
got?
MVP, and I'm not mad at it. Last year, I was more mad at it. I thought Jokic deserved it.
I thought Jokic deserved it last year too. But Shay, I think, was the MVP this year.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go Rookie of the Year. This is a controversial one.
Boy, I have Draymond
Okay.
Green. Draymond Green is the most underrated defender of our generation.
Let's do quick fire. Let's do Rookie of the Year. All right, I'm gonna do Defensive Player of the Year. I have Draymond Green.
No, I didn't. You do Rookie of the Year, and then we'll go back.
Yeah, y'all do. Someone do Clutch Player of the Year. Someone do Six Man, and then we can just.
I think
Rookie of the Year, Rookie of the Year.
No, you just said D-Boy.
No, we're not doing Depoy. It's Wemby. I just want to give Draymond his flowers.
You just okay. It's Wemby. All right. Rookie of the Year. All right.
I have Khan.
All right.
I have Khan.
Ege.
I went Cooper Flag.
I also went Cooper Flag. I think
All
Cooper
right.
Flag. Cooper Flag was the better player. To be frank.
No, but
Okay.
he-
I don't think he was. Not the full
What?
season.
No, because I think that and I'm not accusing you of anything, but I think there's a slight bias in the back of your head thinking Cooper is going to be the better player. This season, Colin Knippel was playing on a team that needed wins and was putting 20 a game as the third option. And Cooper was, hey, Cooper, our season means nothing, man. Just go out there and hoop. And in the beginning, it wasn't great. Like, it was Colin by a mile, and near the end, when they gave up on their season, is when he started putting up stats. Like, I get it. It's rookie of the year.
It's March hoops, bro. It's March hoops.
Have to appreciate what Colin did throughout the season consistently.
I mean,
I
yeah,
agree.
it was awesome, but I just think Cooper was the better player. Like, in a game tomorrow, who would you
Wait,
rather have?
if full season though, I think Cooper's the better player right now. But the full season, Colin was the better player.
Jacob, if this was MVP, are you voting Cooper Flag?
No, his team sucked.
But like against Colin Knippel is what
Dude,
I'm
he was a
saying.
he was a 13 seed, bro.
Con was.
I'm
Con's
just
team
saying,
was
I
better.
think you're thinking of rookie of the year, like, I think
Yeah,
you
but
have-
since when? I don't know. For this award, I've never seen it as like, oh, this team is a winning thing. But I mean,
but I think you should.
This is one of the best rookie of the year races. Let's be honest. It was
for
a really
sure.
good rookie of the
And
year race.
shout out our guy VJ Edgecombe.
Shout out VJ.
He's number 3 for everyone, right?
I don't know. I didn't really care about number 3. I was more worried about winning.
Come on, bro.
I didn't think of. I
Johnny,
didn't even know we're doing this.
Johnny,
bro.
Derek Queen shouts.
I think Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears are gonna have a great season next year.
They were my 4 and 5. And then
You know,
shout out
you're
Maxime
all in on
Reynaud.
Pelicans.
Cedric
All right.
Howard.
Reynaud was good.
All right, let's go. Let's keep
Cedric
it going,
Howard
guys.
was good too. Cedric Howard was
All
good.
right.
Guys,
let's go
man of the
6
year, Keldon Johnson's the huge favorite, and I don't get it. I think he is very limited impact on the Spurs and what they did this season. I think
So
they're
who's
better.
your sixth man?
Give me Jaime Jaquez. Give me Naz Reid as number 2.
Jaime Jaquez. You know ball, Johnny. That's my guy as
Yeah.
well.
I'm going Keldon Johnson. I know he's the favorite, but I mean he just he scored the basketball really good off the bench. Like it's that simple.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Kellen Johnson was pretty good this year.
Oh,
No,
no,
I'm
he
not.
averaged
Yeah.
13, and it was just like obviously he's good. He's the favorite for a reason, but I think Jaime meant more to his team, and I think that's what 6th man of the year should mean.
Yeah, so far led him to the 10 seed off the bench. I had Naz Reid at 2, and then shout out Dennis Jenkins, who kind of carried the Pistons through the final stretch of the season. I think that's what the definition of a 6th man is too, that he can come in and play starting minutes. But it's also weird because on my list I have Isaiah Stewart. So can you have 2 6th men on the same team? I don't think you can. So, and then I also have Reed Shepard on my list. So
Reed Shepard, I don't think he's eligible. Reed Shepard started a lot.
no, I think Reed Shepard. I saw him on some lists. So.
All right, let's keep it going. I love that. That was good. All right. No Peyton Pritchard though. I feel like Peyton Pritchard. Never mind. Let's keep it going. All right. All right.
Six man on the Pistons.
Most improved player. Most
Start
improved player.
Oh God.
I'm voting Ryan Rollins. Ryan Rollins is my most improved player.
Ooh, I forgot about most improved. I think it's Nikhil though.
Yeah, I would give Nikhil.
Denny Advia is my most improved player.
God,
He went
you
up
are
7
such
points
a-
per game, and also went up 5 assists per game. I know his usage rate did go up heavily, but I'm going Denny Advia, especially with how much the trouble increased. I know
All
you
right,
guys
let's move
are a
on.
big problem with his gameplay style and on NBA court.
Can we go coach of the year now?
That's my biggest problem with Denny Advia is his gameplay style. Anyway,
I think, yeah, good job, Elliot. You gave him his flowers. We'll move on now. All right, coach of the year. I'm gonna go 5-1. This is the only one I gave 5. Jordan Ott, top 5. Jordan Ott carried the Suns team. Whoever thought would be the 15 seed. Booker was hurt for a while. Dylan Brooks was for a while, and they kept that 7 seed all year. Congratulations. Charles Lee, number 4. Love those Hornets, and they play a fun style of basketball. He's like a little Joe Mazzulla to me. It's awesome. Johnson, number 3. I know it was all Wemby, but man, that guy can coach. The way he develops Stephon Castle.
are you reading this off of ChatGPT?
No. This is how I speak. This comes to the brain immediately. You
All
should-
right, keep going. Sorry.
Mitch Johnson, amazing. Look at the way he develops the
Thompson,
players
right?
and the way they play basketball. Great work. JB Bickerstaff, like I said, I thought this Pistons team was going to be like the Kings, man. I thought they were going to hit me with a 7 seed, 8 seed, and disappoint me. And he just kept them growing, kept them moving, showed that even without Cade, I can coach this team to keep winning games. And then number 1, That boy Joe Mazzulla is one of the best coaches I've ever seen. This guy's gonna go down as one of the GOAT coaches, I think, when it's all said and done. Because holy, that guy can coach.
Yeah, I went that boy Joe Mazzulla too.
Yeah, man. He's a madman. I love him.
I went
Unfor-
Bickerstaff.
I want Joe Mazzulla as well.
Uh,
Clutch player of the year,
Shea.
Shea.
Shay.
Jesus.
I
All
That
right.
seems like a good ending point there.
Yeah, Shea.
Shay.
So we didn't get to end up talking about soccer, but we'll do a quick prediction. City Arsenal this weekend. I didn't.
Arsenal tie.
No, I said I didn't.
Arsenal in 5.
Arsenal 5, but a far 5.
Yeah.
I'm going City, but can we just do our Champions League predictions too? Just like what we.
Ege, what's your City Arsenal?
Give me a Semenyo brace. City win.
Yeah, Johnny.
I think Arsenal tie, and we get a haram 0-0.
Why are you saying Arsenal tie? Like they did something. A tie is both teams, bro.
No, Arsenal earns
Because
their draws.
Arsenal are going to control that tie, and the reason they'll tie is because of the way Arsenal play.
Arsenal going to control the match against Sporting.
Bro,
that was the worst
they're
game
gonna do it
I've
again.
ever seen.
Everyone's going to hate them.
I'm gonna go with a City win. I think they're gonna win 3-1. We'll move on. We'll talk some quick Champions League. We'll talk the more boring draw first. Atletico Arsenal.
You know, I want to say Atleti's getting pulled into this boring category with Arsenal. They're a fun team this year, all right? And I think they're going to beat Arsenal.
Okay, everyone just get their finals prediction. I'm going. For me, it's Bayern Arsenal.
For me, it's Atletico PSG.
Wow.
Bayern
England?
Atletico.
Sorry, what was that again?
Bayern Atletico.
I'm going Bayern Atletico. I think Harry Kane's the best player in the world.
All right.
Yeah.
Sign us
well,
off, Jacob.
Is that the
Amazing.
offside trap?
Hey, is Tottenham getting relegated?
Oh yeah, it's Tottenham. This is our last one. Is Tottenham getting relegated?
Yes.
Wow.
I say no. Give me the Zerbi.
I think Nottingham are going to go down.
So
All
Lakers
right.
going to look amazing in the Besiktas jersey. All right.
All right. Well, that was the offsides trap. That was fun. I like
That was
new
fun.
software.
Our 40 is a great pod length, by the way. I want to put
Yeah.
that out there.
Yeah.
Facts.
So that was our playoff preview. We'll be back. Maybe not next week.
Wait,
I
are
don't
the
know.
Mariners winning?
Well,
we
we'll
might
catch
start
you-
going. We might start going 3-guy rotations. We'll see. But that was the offside trap. Thank you for
What?
watching.
Why'd you
Please
say
follow.
What?
We'll
Because
catch you guys.
We'll
We'll catch you guys next time. We'll catch you
We'll
guys
catch
next
you
This
time.
will be
next
the last
time.
time you see Ege.
All right, bro. No, this is me. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
gonna be
running
busy.
auditions to fill out Eggman's spot.
Bro. Me and Eggy are gonna start our own pod. All right, we're gonna end with this. This is the podcast. Follow
I'm cutting
and
this.
like and Twitter and everything. All right, peace.